Hello and welcome. My name is Jennifer McCullum with Jen's SFX, pro film makeup artist and licensed cosmetology teacher. So I'm starting a series of videos and we're talking about ingredients. There are so many new products that come out every single day. It is hard to keep up with what all's out there. It's crazy. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gone into like Ulta, Sephora, Belk's, Macy's, been in cosmetic counters and someone walks up and goes, "Do you know anything about this product? Is this good for that?" If I know about that line, I tell them what I know. If I don't, I grab the product and I say, "Well, let's look." And we look at the back and we look at the ingredients and go from there. So I find it's been very helpful to teach people about ingredients, then they can make the best choices for themselves. Also, when I would teach hair, makeup, and wardrobe to film students, one of their homework assignments was to go home, look at things that they use, look at the ingredients, find 2 or 3 in each of like 3 or 4 items that they had no idea what it was, and look it up, find out what it was, and come back and we talk about it in class. And they're like, "I'm afraid to use anything." Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just know that you're going to have power understanding ingredients. Then you can make better choices. So today, our first ingredient we're going to talk about is Aloe Barbadenesis, leaf extract. Sometimes you'll see. Sometimes you'll even see it called aloe vera. It's synonymous. You'll see that in many products. And it could mean the same ingredient. It may not, because there's actually over 400 varieties of aloe. Which one do I choose? So what do we know about aloe? First of all, I think a lot of us remember our moms or our grandmothers or somebody like that having that aloe plant in the kitchen. Why? Burns. Kitchen's where you're going to get burned. Reaching into the oven for those cookies or whatever you were cooking in the oven and get a little burn. They will immediately go to the aloe plant, cut it, or rip off them and put that clear gooiness onto the burn because it helps to heal it. It actually forms a barrier to protect it. Beyond that, a lot of times we don't know much more about aloe. So, Aloe Barbadenesis, is one of the most tested and most used ingredients in cosmetics. And we're starting there. What products is it in? Wow, I just picked a few here at my house. Body mist sprays, hand soaps, shower gels, shampoos, deodorants, and that's great if you get the irritation. One of my favorites, makeup primer spray, which I'm going to set that aside because we'll talk about why I love that. Hand sanitizer. If you've seen our videos about making your own hand sanitizer, a lot of times people will take the aloe plant, mix it with alcohol, and make their own hand sanitizer. We'll talk about why that's good. We're used to seeing aloe as an after sun product, right? But it's also in sunless tanners and bronzers to make our body look more tan. And that's just a few of the products that you will see aloe in. So, over 400 different varieties, Aloe Barbadenesis leaf extract is the one you want to look for. And why is that? And I got a little note, so I'm like cheating here. So, this goes back not only to our mother and our grandmother, but it goes back to 2200 BC, where in Mesopotamia we find tablets that talk about aloe and its medical properties. Not only there, but ancient Egypt as well. Greece, China, Rome, Italy, India. We hear about aloe throughout the centuries in many different countries and its uses in medical and in healing and in skincare. So it's been around a long time. Now, it has a 99.5% water content, so it hydrates our skin. It brings water. Water is a very healing thing a lot of times, so it helps to bring that water to whatever we need it for. wound healing. Has a lot of antioxidants, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. Kind of important for us today. So it fights off the bacteria, it fights off the fungus from that burn to help heal it. Also making it great for acne. So if you have acne-prone skin, this is going to help with that. Not only because of the antibacterial and antifungal properties, but the anti-inflammation properties, and it has enzymes in it that naturally exfoliate the skin. Now, I see a lot of people cutting the aloe plant, putting it on their face, doing it for 7 days in a row. Okay, that can help. But because of the exfoliation process, you don't want to over exfoliate, because too much exfoliation can cause you to have more acne too. So, if you do it for a whole week or two, then start backing off to every other day or something like that if you want to do it that way. All of those ingredients help with circulation, which is what helps with the wounds. That also helps gives us a better glow to the skin, all right, to have that aloe in our products. What else is it good for besides acne and burns? It's great for psoriasis. Again, because of the anti-inflammatory properties and the hydration properties. If you see the gallon jugs or bottles where you can drink aloe, well, what is that good for? Well, it's a natural laxative, so it helps with digestive and constipation issues. It also has been seen to help with diabetes and lowering blood pressure. So lowering blood sugar, lowering blood pressure. It helps with mouth sores. Again, the antibacterial, the antifungal, and the anti-inflammatory properties, but also it's more of a base, so it's going to help with the acid on our stomach that causes a lot of those cold sores. Okay. It is lipophilic and hydrosoluble, has a lot of vitamins and enzymes that exfoliate, has a lot of minerals in it. You want to look more for the organic if you can, okay? And it helps to water bind and create that too. Now, when you're looking at aloe, it's one of the very few vegetables that have B12. B12, what have we heard that helping with? They actually give B12 shots to Alzheimer's patients and to autistic children sometimes to help them with their memory and their energy, or to, calm them, soothe them, so it had a lot of benefits. B12 is also great for your hair. So Aloe Barbadenesis is great for dandruff. Again, because of the anti-inflammatory and the hydration that it gives. So hopefully just in that little bit, you've learned a little new thing about aloe. Now, let's talk about hand sanitizers. Why would you want aloe in a hand sanitizer? Well, alcohol tends to be very drying to your skin. And so you add the aloe in there to kind of bring that hydration back to the skin, so that when you do your hand sanitizer, you don't have that dryness to your skin. It doesn't dry you out. So it negates the effects that the alcohol can have in a hand sanitizer. So hand sanitizers with alcohol, the alcohol is going to kill some of the germs. Well, remember, aloe has antibacterial and antifungal properties too. So it's also helping to kill some of those germs and the bacteria. Then you could put your essential oils and things like that in there. So if you're going to make your own, I have my lovely little chart here. You have the aloe leaf, okay? It's going to be more flat. It's going to be long. It has little spurs on it. You'll have a little indented edge right here. Well, you want to trim the outside off. So you see here in a cross view that I drew, it's in red. That sometimes has some toxicity in it. And they're studying it right now as far as causing cancer. But the inside clearness has seen benefits in helping with cancer. So you definitely want to get rid of the outer skin before you use it. Now, inside the skin is a little layer, sometimes called the latex or the glue, and that is going to give off more of a yellow color, whereas everything in the center is going to be more clear. Now, last product, and I mentioned earlier, is makeup primer. Remember we talked about how it forms a barrier to protect your skin from the environment, to seal and help heal everything underneath? That's exactly what you want in a makeup primer. You want that barrier on your skin so that your makeup attaches to it and stays on. And you could even use this. This could be used under or over makeup. So it also kind of you could do it both. It can also be used under or over the skin to help form that barrier for your makeup to stay on. And the great thing about the aloe is you're also having the healing properties in it as well. So there we go. Aloe Barbadenesis is a few topics about it, and comment below. What else have you learned about aloe? What are some other cool, neat things? Share with us, because the more we all know about ingredients, the better off we're going to be at choosing some best skincare for us. So thanks, guys, for listening. Share, like, all that fun stuff, as you know. And if you have any other ingredients you want me to go over, let me know, because we're going to start doing a whole bunch.